You've heard fake it till you make it countless times, but what if I told you that once you truly made it, you should keep faking part of it? Let me explain with a story that completely changed how I think about singing performances. When I was studying at the conservatory and I first learned to sing high, powerful notes, it took enormous effort. With time and practice, it became easier. So much easier that at some point I was amazed at how effortless it felt. Into the unknown! And I thought, now I really get it. I made it. I'm a good singer now. But then came my recital with my band in front of a panel of judges. I delivered what I thought was a flawless performance, hitting the powerful high notes with technical precision and zero strain. But the feedback from my coaches shocked me. Very impressive vocals, Bob, but it looks too easy. We don't believe you. If you do it like this, we don't feel it. And the audience doesn't either. We want to see you struggle a bit. We want some pain, some drama. And at first, I was confused. Wasn't effortless technique the goal? But after many more concerts and years of coaching students myself, I finally understood what they meant and what I needed to do. And I discovered the performance paradox that every great artist masters. So here's what I learned to do. When preparing a challenging song, I first make it as easy as possible for myself. I create a version I could sing for hours without fatigue. A version I can perform while looking almost bored. Into the unknown! But that effortless version, while technically great, often lacks the emotional power that moves an audience. So here's the secret. On stage, I keep that easy, sustainable technique as my foundation, but I perform the struggle on top of it. If the song asks for it, I'll adjust my facial expressions to show effort. I let my body language suggest that each note requires everything I have. I make it look like the music is pulling something deep and difficult from within me. For example, into the unknown, instead of into the unknown. When I do this right, the audience thinks, wow, incredible, while underneath, the actual vocal technique remains completely comfortable. This gives me the best of both worlds. I move my audience emotionally and I finish concerts without hoarseness or vocal damage. All of this is easier said than done. It's also a balance. I still struggle in live performances when I try to give too much and let the performance part affect my technique. But if a performance would actually feel like some singers make it look like it feels, how could any of us make it to the end of a 3-hour concert without vocal damage? This isn't about being deceptive. It's about understanding that technique and performance are two different skills. Your audience doesn't want to see your technique. They want to see your emotion. They want to believe that what you're doing matters, that it costs you something, that you're giving everything for this moment. But they also want you to make it to the end of the concert. And of course, every singer has his or her own style, and every song or every setting asks for a different type of performance. So the point that I'm making is not that you should try to look like you're dying and in pain during every song. My point is that if there is a song that asks for that type of performance, that shows a lot of pain, that shows a lot of struggle, that part of your performance should be just that. Performance, and that the technique underneath can still be effortless. Here's an important note. I love imitating other singers to improve my own skill and understanding, and I often recommend it as a tool to singers I coach. But when you imitate other singers, remember this distinction between technique and performance. You can study their sound, their style, their apparent emotion, but try to see through the performance to the underlying technique that makes it all possible. And then copy the technique and the performance separately. First, practice a song and make the right decisions so the song feels easy to do technically, and then layer on the performance and learn to make easy look meaningful. And that's how you fake it to make it. Well, that's all great, Bob, but How do I even get a boring, effortless performance with good technique? I'm so glad you asked. My ABC voice model will help you understand your voice and improve your technique. And the good news, I created a free ABC voice model mini course. Link in description. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you might enjoy that one as well.